Hello, friends. We got some exciting news yesterday. We got a new trailer yesterday.
Yep.
For the remake. And so I'm thinking. So first, just for those of you who haven't seen it yet, let's just the first time through, we're just gonna play the trailer so everybody can watch it, and then we are going to break it down ad nauseum.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so tell me what you were saying, before we started, about so this trailer's got a lot of kind of spoiler stuff in it. I mean, we all know the story and we've played it before, but
I mean, I was not. It reveals a lot. I wouldn't say it has a lot of spoilers necessarily, but it has we see a lot of stuff that I would have been content waiting for the actual game to see Red 13 and that kind of stuff. It's cool. He looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just go through it
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were basically saying that a lot of this stuff had been leaked.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I think a lot of it's stuff that's been gone over in leaks and stuff, and they released it just because it's already kind of out there.
It's already kind of out there. Yeah. So yeah, because a lot of that stuff I didn't expect to see until the game.
Yeah,
and, I kind of didn't want to, but at the same time, kind of like I said, I already know most of it. It's cool to see it, but it would have been cool to play it, just see it first time in the game. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Anytime you want to stop, we're gonna stop a lot. So
when spring comes,
I mean, this is cool. This is an important little scene.
I'm gonna be a soldier.
It's cool seeing young Cloud and young Tifa.
Like Sephiroth.
This maybe is a great example of something I would have liked to have saved for the game, but okay, so all the Sephiroth stuff.
Yeah.
Sephiroth's everywhere in this game. It seems like.
Yeah. And it seems like he's actually there.
Well, yeah, and that's fine because it seems like he's actually there in the game too.
But I think I don't know exactly. Well, I guess this is at Jenova. I was thinking this was at a reactor. I wasn't really paying attention because in the first scene in the first bombing mission, Sephiroth's in his head,
right?
But
and now it seems like everybody's seeing him.
Yeah.
So Sephiroth actually appears to everybody in Midgar.
Are we on
it's not just
Please, Mr. President, I'm asking you to reconsider.
Looks like Reeve.
No, yeah, cool. Pretty much what you expect. He seems less politician-y and more just kind of I always imagined Reeve as a very put together and more of a politician than just he seems he even says I'm begging you, Mr. President.
Yeah, he's a company man.
Yeah.
Goes the room yet again.
Mako supersaturation confirmed. Engaging materia cooling to reduce temperature.
I love Scarlet.
Scarlet's fucking cool, yeah.
Dope as fuck. She's got the right attitude. She's got the right demeanor to her.
Yeah.
I like that she's using a soldier as a footstool.
Yeah.
That's just cool.
And again, a lot of this stuff was during our playthrough, stuff we were hoping for, and just this trailer answers so many questions that we already had.
Yeah.
She does seem like she's got a more important role, and
yeah,
and she's got like you said, her attitude's perfect, her demeanor's perfect.
I think we're gonna get a lot more of all the executives, which
Yeah.
I'm really excited about because I think they're all super underdeveloped characters.
Yeah.
Meeting shortly.
Stop.
And what's she doing right here? She's fucking with some materia, trying to.
Oh dear.
And Palmer looks creepy.
Yeah.
He works though.
When I was watching that, I was like, I know that guy's voice, and it was driving me crazy. But I realized that's the guy who I didn't look it up, but you can tell. That's the guy who does the voice for Doc Ock in the new Spider-Man game.
Oh,
so I just thought that was cool. He's a good pick for that character.
Welcome to the
this is
okay. All the Honeybee stuff.
This is amazing. I love this. This is so cool.
A thing without shame, to which notions of gender don't apply.
And I like this. I like that they're talking about like notions of. I don't know if that's a throwaway line or not, but like the fact that they're
It doesn't seem like a throwaway
addressing
line. Like,
notions of gender in this game is like really means that like like gender plays such a huge part in like Cloud and Tifa's kind of like character development and just like those notions of like Cloud's whole like journey towards manhood and like going off to become a soldier. Like it's all like it all goes back to this like very interesting concepts of gender that just like kind of first you start to deal with that here in Wall Market, but then it like continues to come back like at much more pivotal parts of the game. And I hope they are leaning into that, and it seems like they are because they're the fact that they even bring it up is cool. I'm excited about that. I think that's a good. I have good feelings that the Honeybee Inn is going to be like really cool and really fun.
What's up, AJ? Yeah, no, I like noticed that right away. Like she was using a soldier as a footstool. I thought that was cool. It definitely develops her character a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think she's really well done.
Yeah,
Eris
like,
again just looks fucking amazing.
Oh yeah,
in that
yeah. I mean Tifa too. Yeah. I mean, goddamn.
Sorry,
but like the first thing, like as soon as I saw this trailer, like I texted it to him, and like the first thing he said back, he was like, "I'm really excited for woke Final Fantasy VII."
I am. I think like
I was like, yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Not a lot of things like are good when you do a woke version of them. Like Disney movies typically suck when you try to make them woke, but like Final Fantasy VII is already kind of like primed for that. It's such a
it's been one of those things that people have been talking about. Like that was one of the first things people said, what's gonna happen in Wall Market?
Yeah.
Like when the first trailer came out, like, oh, what are they gonna do in Wall Market? So it's cool to see just all the Honeybee and stuff.
Right. Cloud walking around, like Cloud looks, and God, Wall Market looks great.
Oh
like,
yeah,
look at
the Don's place.
Pathetic. Huh? Which one of you said that? You got a mouth on you.
And then this guy was like, I'm calling it. This guy's gonna be the final boss of the first game. If not, no, actually, hold that thought because
what the hell is it?
I doubt it. Do you think they'd have a new character as the final boss?
Yeah, because they're gonna have to make a new character the final boss.
Why?
Because that giant tank thing can't be the final boss.
Why? Because
it's dumb. It's a dumb final boss for a game.
Are you sure that's going to be the final boss?
It would if they stuck to the story. It would be.
But at the same time, I don't know. I could see just like one more scene after Midgar, you know. And I don't know what that could be, but
so no matter what, they're gonna have to create a new enemy. Because like the next thing that happens after Midgar is calm, and you're not going to put all of that into the first game.
I don't know. I haven't like really thought about it.
And he's the motorcycle thing. It makes sense that in the motorcycle sequence he's going to come back, and you're probably going to have to fight him on a motorcycle.
It just I don't know. That just doesn't seem like. I don't know.
It makes sense. I'd rather it does make sense. I'd rather it be like Reno or Rude, but like I think.
Yeah, like I could see the Turks showing up.
Yeah, I think putting the Turks into the motorcycle sequence would be fun.
Yeah,
just to have be fighting them in their own little fancy Shinra stuff. Let's move forward because I do have another theory of who the final boss could be.
Okay.
And Red 13 looks cool.
Yeah.
A touching reunion.
It seems like is the guy who does the voice for Sephiroth the same guy?
I don't think they picked anybody.
Because he sounds a lot like the guy who did it before.
Yeah, I know.
It's because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've heard that like everybody's going to be different, but Sephiroth sounds very, very similar.
I've never been crazy about Sephiroth's voice, to be honest.
No, I like him.
Very, very good. And
Hojo's.
thus is the hypothesis.
So this is weird. Because this suggests that like Hojo's operating as like a puppet master from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And the game doesn't suggest that quite as much. A lot of these, like, I have no idea where they fit into the story, but they're interesting.
Well, that looked.
How Leviathan is here.
Yeah. So they're bringing summons in a lot earlier. I think we kind of mentioned that.
This
but
is this is one summon I did not want to see in Midgar though, because this is one summon that already works itself into the story in a really cool way,
true.
as like
That's
the
true,
god
like-
of like Wu Tai.
Yeah.
And so like there was just a line that Barrett said about Wu Tai.
Yeah.
So maybe that's somehow gonna like be connected to this,
Yeah.
and all of Wu Tai and stuff is gonna play in earlier. And
I mean, I'm sure it is, just because how they've said that like everything, like they're bringing in all kinds of backstory and
which is a
like,
right move, because Wu Tai
it's just being
yeah.
in Midgar, where Shinra is like the headquarters and like they are like the government basically. Like it makes sense that Wu Tai's a big part of that, because they are like enemies. They've been enemies for a long time.
And they're really the only people in the world who are like organized enemies of Shinra. So like it makes sense that they would be introduced, like at least like talked about from the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird in the original game that like outside of actual physical Wu Tai, like there's no mention of its existence.
Yeah, yeah. You think Yuffie's gonna show up in Midgar? Maybe that's why Leviathan's there?
I've thought about it. Like you start the game with like, but no, look at the party. The Cloud Bear.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's not there.
Yeah, I don't think I would be.
I think it'd be cool.
It would be a cool
I'd
little
be
surprise.
okay
It might be
with
an
it.
Easter egg. Maybe she
Yeah.
doesn't join the party, but she has like a cameo or somehow.
Yeah, something like that.
I would love to see cameos from like everybody, all the party members in this first game.
Yeah, I could see like the final scene, like the after credits scene,
Yeah,
being like Vincent in like
something
his
with
fucking
Vincent. Yeah,
cave, or like in his.
and you could work Sid in easily. Like
Oh,
there
yeah.
could be like
Oh, yeah.
posters around the city of like Sid Highwind like join the Space Force, some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember like in your like some of your fan fiction stuff,
Yeah.
like he was a main character like from the beginning because of
Right.
like the whole space program, and I really like that part of it.
Right, and because he becomes such an important character once he joins the party.
Yeah,
it makes
he's just
sense
like
to,
immediately important.
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Was there something else I wanted to?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
you were trying to say something.
this boss seems real cool. I'm sure that because it looks like the guy that
comes
you
in the
fight on the elevator.
Yeah, but it's not in the elevator, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's like an actual elevator. It doesn't seem like
I don't think that is this.
that is
part
kind
of
of
the game.
disappointing, because that looked pretty.
'Cause
Like I was.
Cloud and Tifa are in the party too.
Yeah,
So like,
that's true. I don't know. I mean, obviously things are gonna change.
right.
Avalanche ain't Wu Tai or anybody.
It could be another version of like what those things are, though.
Yeah, or it could be like you do the elevator fight and then you have to fight him again.
We're here to rescue Aerith, remember? We don't need more attention than what we're gonna get.
Yeah, I hear you.
Love Chocomog.
Chocomog.
So cute. I'm all for this.
I know these people,
Yep,
and
I'm
I know
happy
they're
with
never
that.
gonna let Aerith go. She's the last
And
living
Tifa's
agent
like
of the
moveset's just
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Shinra
awesome.
scientists.
Like I can't wait to play as her.
The source.
She's definitely going like Goku on everybody.
Alright. Okay, so this. You're fighting Jenova and Midgar.
Suck on this.
I think Jenova could be the final boss of this game.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that.
But where do you fight? I don't know if it is like a thing that you, after you finish the motorcycle thing, you end up in some place where, when these smoke things take over the city,
Yeah, yeah.
which is
So that's-
totally new.
that's
like
a whole
this,
new thing.
This weird. The smoke monster is new.
Yeah,
Monsters. I don't know what they are.
I'm sure they came from Lost. They were just
Yeah.
like Smoke Monster was just like out of work and it needed something to do, so it probably auditioned and was like, you know what, we like this guy, let's work him into the story.
Oh,
So
let's give him
glad
a
glad
role.
to see him working again.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
He originally auditioned for the role of Cloud, but
Yeah.
they wrote a new role for him because
Yeah.
they were so impressed with the interview.
Yeah.
They play some role here. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if this is like the planet like acting upon Shinra, and so it's kind of like there are kind of dark forces that are sieging Midgar from like, because we see it from the beginning of shit. Well, okay, go back a little bit. This could still be the beginning of the game, actually. So let's watch the...
Like, how is
The
this
source.
back far enough? A little bit further?
No. That was back far enough. It's after
Jenova
Jenova.
planet.
You're-
Think about what that means to Shinra's scientists.
So,
The source of
so this...
everything.
Where are they? Like, it doesn't even
Yeah,
look like
it-
they're in Midgar right now.
That's what I was thinking, like, maybe they're, like, in Cloud's mind or something, like... I don't know.
Jenova.
Whatever it is, like, Jenova's kind
Got
of
Tifa
taken
and Aaron
over.
in the party. And Red 13 appear to be there too. I assume Barrett's here too. This seems like it's in-game. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
'Cause
look into the
even-
background and see if I can recognize it. Could this be like the road that Jenova has come up at the edge of the highway
Could
and has
be.
just like created these?
Because, like, the pillars seem like they're, like, made by Jenova or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's not...
This could, you know
Like a
how like
building
Final
ring.
Fantasy games, like these giant like battle
Yeah.
venues will just like emerge out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks cave-like, but it also could be concrete or something.
I mean, it looks like you're inside Sin, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't. There's. Okay. Is that the first reactor? Is that the beginning?
That's kind of what I was going back for.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's just the reactor. Because at first I thought it was like
Shinra
it looked
HQ
like-
or something?
yeah.
Like because the way.
just kind of the building looks.
Yeah, and just because they put it so closely together. Okay, Sector 7. No, 2 Sector 7. So that's just exit 4 is Sector 7. So
Yeah.
this could be.
I think that was the techno robot.
Yeah. And then clearly there's multiple people on a motorcycle here. Oh fuck. It's hard to. Okay, I think no, that's the elevator fight.
Oh, okay.
'Cause Eric
yeah,
is
yeah.
there.
And he's got like the two gun
Yeah.
arms. Yeah, okay.
And this is the third or fourth time we've seen Cloud fall from a high place.
Yeah. This is one resilient guy. Have they said, like, do you ever choose your party, or like, do they make that more like whoever's in your party is, like,
Well, I'm sure
at least
once
in Midgard?
I'm sure once you get to the point where you get Red 13 and Eris back, you'll be able to choose your party.
Yeah.
So okay.
I don't know. I could see like in all throughout Midgar, like you don't ever get to pick your party.
Oh no, that's not the motorcycle. That's the fucking truck. Because they got Barrett
yeah,
Red
yeah.
13 in the back. You got a helicopter shooting down,
Oh, that's cool.
which
I like that.
Barrett
That makes-
Cloud running through something. Those things.
yeah,
Red 13 in the corner there. This is cool.
that's cool. It makes more sense than like Cloud sitting on Barrett's shoulder.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so these smoke things are at the end of the game here.
Yeah, because you're at the end of the highway here.
Everyone's getting out,
I just want to do everything
and
in
they're
my power.
They're looking
they seem to be
back at
consuming
Shinra.
Midgar.
Yeah.
On the planet.
Like what that's about.
So yeah,
who
that
knows?
Jenova fight could be the last one.
Yeah, that could be a lead up to a Jenova fight, and maybe those
Yeah.
things are somehow connected to Jenova.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, heck, even if there's like 4 or 5 games, like the end of every game could be a Genova fight, like
yeah.
because there's a lot of Genova fights.
I was
throughout
trying
the
to
game.
like break it down today and see like how many, like if everything is around the same length as Midgar, like how many games the whole story would take.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be about, unless they like make some other things like smaller, I think it has to be about 5.
5, you think?
Yeah. Because the one thing that I think they might try to do, I think it would be a mistake, because either they'd have to make it a massive, massive, massive game, or they'd have to, like, kind of give some things an unfair... I think they might try to do the rest of Disc 1 in a single game. Which would be a lot,
Yeah.
considering that Midgar is like a third of the first disc.
And I bet every game moving forward is going to be on the PS5. So
Yeah.
like they're going to have more capacity. So
Right, but that doesn't... like
Come
that,
to my house, we'll have a
that
Eric
doesn't
Himsel!
necessarily-
Holy shit. Hey buddy, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Thanks for the follow.
See
you next weekend. Or no, in 2 weeks. I'll see you in 2 weeks, bud. Hi.
Hi.
You had to sign up. Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Twitch, my friend.
I'm surprised you don't watch Twitch.
Do you have Twitch Prime?
Yeah. Do
you have Amazon Prime?
Do you have Amazon Prime?
What was I don't know. What were we saying?
You do? Subscribe to me. You can do it for free.
At least this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just talking about like how many games it would theoretically take to tell the whole story.
Yeah. Like
that's right.
Theoretically, this one could be the smallest one. Like,
yeah. I mean, if they wanted to try to finish it in a couple more games, then this could be the small one, and the other ones could be like this could be like the test to see like, okay, are we gonna actually get enough people to like come by like part of this remake?
Yeah. Because like in the past week, because last week I didn't really realize. Holy shit! Streamlabs. Now all of a sudden you're gonna decide to start working. Jesus Christ, Streamlabs, you are. But like I've kind of come around. Like I'm okay with just like buying a bunch of Final Fantasy VII games, especially after watching that trailer. Like it just looks so fucking good.
It's like buying. I mean, you would buy the next like 5 Final Fantasy games that come out, probably, right?
Yeah.
So just think of
even if they like, I would be fine with them skipping the next 4 Final Fantasy games if they just kept working on this.
Yeah, just pause.
And I just, like you said, just played this for the next.
I would love it to be open world. They've suggested that like this. There was some kind of press release a while ago that they compared the scope of the game to like Final Fantasy 13, which suggests it's going to be like the opposite of open world. I want.
Yeah, I hope it's not like 13.
No, I don't either.
That game is a straight line.
Zero exploration in that game. I think an open world would be cool. I think they are. I think Square Enix is a little bit afraid of open world after they fucked up Final Fantasy 15 so bad. But like, I think it could be good. I think because they already have so much of the like foundation for like bringing this world to life. There's all these little like pieces everywhere.
Yeah.
And they would just have to kind of flesh it out.
And I mean,
they don't have to like create this whole thing from scratch.
Like, because I'm even thinking about like Crisis Core and how it was kind of open world in terms of like you could go to different areas. Like you could pretty much go to like once you opened up the map, you could go anywhere you wanted and like kind of do side quests and stuff. And like that kind of open world I would love. But it'll have zones that you travel to.
That makes sense. It's most likely going to be something like that.
Yeah, like you can go to Sector 7 or whatever sector you want to, and it's just kind of like.
Well, in Midgar, it's going to be a little different. No, I want to play a 14. I haven't. I don't know if I have the time for one because I feel like that game is going to suck.
Yeah. I don't play MMOs just because they would consume my life. Exactly. It is my life, exactly.
I have enough games that are kind of my life right now. It's on my list eventually to like jump in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean like I think that could be cool. I think especially in Midgar the zones could work because it's all kind of fractured anyway. So like if you just have to go to like the train station, it takes you to a new sector. And like then it renders that new sector, and it's kind of like the whole game is built.
Yeah, like I could see like you could probably walk to everywhere because like even like you can walk from like sector 5 through sector 6 to sector 7, or like in the remake you could probably just like go to a train station, and then like kind of like 13. How like you just go to the or wait, not 13, 12 when you like go to the airship thing, and you just kind of go wherever you want.
Yeah,
but you could also walk. I
could see it working like that. I think the trickier thing on like bringing the world map to life is going to be in the next game, and whatever they follow up with this, because leaving Midgar, like that is such a like iconic moment, and like I just feel like video game history, like leaving Midgar when you like think like. because the end of Midgar honestly kind of feels like you're in in-game territory. Like everything's like shit's hitting the fan, and you're just like, oh man, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, that was just the beginning of the game, and it just like expands, and like all of a sudden you're like free roaming in this big open space, and it's like how they can recapture like that like feeling of just like watching the map like open up like that.
Because
it's going to be a huge challenge for them, I think.
Yeah, because they would have to make it somewhat realistic, because like in the old one
they made Midgar.
You had this just like suspension of disbelief, because you just it's just kind of how it worked, and there were low graphics and no one really cared. Like you just came to this open world and
Cloud was half the size of the towns.
Yeah. Like they're not gonna be able to do that with today's graphics.
They're gonna have to make it immersive, and that's gonna be really difficult. That's gonna require like building a very big world, and it's just a matter of like that's part of what the game developers feel like is a priority to them, is like maintaining that sense of immersion in the world map, or in the world, which I feel like that's kind of what they're going for. But then it'll be really interesting to see what they do with the world map. But that's so far off. Like that's not until
we're gonna have years
2025 at this point. But,
yeah.
I don't know. What we've seen here is cool. I like this. I'm excited.
Very excited.
It's a lot of. I feel like we've seen almost everything except like Rufus, which I kind of hope we don't see Rufus. I want to save that for the game.
Yeah.
And then who knows how many new things like we just don't even know we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Because like they've said they're gonna add. I've seen like so many different theories on how many hours this game is gonna be. Some people are saying like 50 to 100. A lot of people are kind of guessing that like that's a marketing thing, and it's gonna turn out to be like 15 to 25 hour game. And
I doubt it's gonna be that short with 2 discs. Like I'm sure with like if it's 2 discs, like that's as big as Red Dead. Red Dead was 2 discs, and like unless you were speed running it, your first time through is gonna be at least 50 hours, at least.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I don't know, but we don't know how many of those hours are like side quests.
Yeah.
Like there could just be a lot of side quests. I don't know. We're gonna see. They'd have to add a lot of content to make this game as long as it's supposedly gonna be. See ya, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Are you? Do you know if you're going with us for sure or not?
Probably. I would say probably not.
Probably not.
For sure.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Is there anything else? Should we get into the game?
I think we can. I mean, there's not. I think we said everything to say about this.
Yeah.
Overall take. It's a good trailer.
Yeah.
It seems like it captures all the facets of like the different things we want to see in this game. I'm always just. I don't even want to say that. It doesn't need to be said. It looks good.
It looks good.